running away from the past I left behind. I'm looking for answers, but I'm blinded by the light. I'm lost in the music, can I stay here for the night? I promise I'll be gone in the morning, out of sight and out of mind. No blind, out of sight and out of mind. No standing still. It's like you're stuck in a nightmare, but you keep doing it for the thrill. Well, this is reality, you only live it once, so wake up from your dream. But just for tonight, let the lines get blurred, let your thoughts be free, let your thoughts be free.
Good evening there, and welcome to the latest Elite FPL stream with myself, Stevo. And yeah, it feels weird streaming now, considering I was on the stream earlier on. Not literally on it, but sorry, I was literally on it, but not present with me. And I've got not much to say, to be honest with you, because I said it all on stream. But well, actually, I'll start with Burnley, to be honest with you. What a sack of shit that was. I've seen the goals now, and if you're a Sun owner or a Madison owner, you're lucky. Now, obviously, I didn't see the game. I've just seen highlights. Yeah, those goals, very well taken, but you ain't going to be getting space like that. I mean, how much fucking space do you want to give the player? Madison had a 50-foot wide gap to take a punt from anywhere he wants to. Son, how much fucking time does he want to have on the ball? To chip. Just to, here you are, mate, just chip it. Like, awful. I said it all along that defensively last season we were terrible. But it's the championship at the end of the day. and there are a lot of players in the Championship which are garbage. And we, ourselves, when it comes to being in front of goal, yeah, we had like 60-70% possession every single game. And obviously with that amount of possession, you're going to create quite a lot of chances. But we needed to create a lot of chances to score one goal. Ironically, we still scored a lot of goals. But again, because we're in the Championship, this season so far, I called it already, we ain't going to be doing anything until game week 10. In fact, I've literally just voice messaged my uncle about us and the fact that I've said it since pre-season. It won't be until game week 10 when we actually start seeing any form of returns for Burnley. We're looking at Nottingham Forest as potentially the only game in the next seven or eight. How many is it? All right, 4. The next, actually, fuck that. The next 5 where we are going to potentially get a point. We're going to get absolutely annihilated by my Jesus fucking Christ. Speak properly. It's like I'm earlier on listening to XFM when Ricky Gervais says, English is your first language, yeah? So, Man United, they're going to really get their confidence after battering us. Newcastle away. So, Mr. Reed, if you are watching, which I'm assuming you are, considering you're absolutely in desperate need, start the fucking stream, you fucking cunt. That'll get us blocked. But yeah, Man United are going to get their confidence up, and this Haaland, get him in. In fact, Rashford could be a really good captaincy against Burnley that day, and I'm not even taking the piss. I'm being deadly serious. Newcastle away, we're going to get absolutely slaughtered. Chelsea at home, we may keep them down to 1 goal because they're fucking terrible. They are awful. I've stated it. In front of goal, they've got Sterling, that's it. Jackson, Gallagher, Fernandez, they're fucking useless. They're absolutely fucking useless. Brentford away, we'll be lucky to get a point, even though Bournemouth today did. And then we got some decent fixtures. Bournemouth away, we battered them last season. I expect to do the same this time round. So that's not until the 28th of October. So mark that in your calendar. Possibly the first win of the season will be on the 28th of October. Keyword being possibly. Crystal Palace at home is going to be horrible. Arsenal away, we're going to get annihilated. West Ham at home, well, it would be exactly like the same as last night's game. West Ham will just nick it. And then Sheffield United at home will probably beat them. So by December the 2nd, we may have about 6 or 7 points. Brilliant, isn't it? But it will be turned around. It will be turned around, but reality of the situation is that the Premier League is hard, and I can see on Vincent Kompany's face, even after the Nottingham Forest game, I watched his 2-minute interview. 2 minutes. Because the press conferences are crap. Honestly, I tune into the press conferences like after they've recorded it, and they are terrible. It's like a bit like FPL when live streams, when they do deadline streams. What player should I bring in? Jesus Christ, I just can't deal with it. It's the same with the press conferences, just the same questions over and over. Turn this shit off. The only difference is that well, there is no difference at all. But what I can see with Vincent Kompany is that certainly in the press conferences, he's very positive, he's realistic. After that Nottingham Forest game, it was clear to me that he's like, yeah, this is a lot harder than we expected. Yeah, we played Man City. You're lucky to get a point you can score against them, because they're fucking shit defending for some reason. That goal that he conceded today is it just infuriates me, just seeing teams of Man City's quality conceding goals like that. It really fucking annoys me. And then you've got Aston Villa, who I've stated are going to be challenging for Champions League spots. Whether they get in or not is a different question, but I think they'll be challenging it, and I've already stated it, and I think people are already asking the question, how is it? How did we lose 5-1 to Newcastle? Aston Villa fans are probably asking that right now. I said it would be at the end of the season. Or more specifically, I said it would be happening in about April time. They're probably asking the same question now, considering the results they've had since. And then, yeah, you've got Aston Villa challenging with the top four, which obviously Burnley were going to struggle with. It's a bit disappointing that we couldn't play Luton, but we all know why we couldn't play Luton. And then obviously today, as I called it, don't get me wrong, I predicted 2-1 because actually I thought, you know what, I think this could be today could be the day where actually we could give Tottenham a bit of a going, a bit of a game. No, just give them the ball, give them all the space in the world. I mean, like I said, I did say in pre-season that teams like Tottenham, Chelsea, Arsenal, Liverpool, etc., they're going to destroy us. So far, against the teams that I'm expecting to be challenging for the top four, we've conceded 3 against Man City, 3 against Aston Villa, 5 against Tottenham. How many do you think we're going to concede against Liverpool? How many? At Anfield. I would predict a minimum of, 5. Minimum of 5. They're going to tear us a fucking new arsehole. Thankfully, we don't have to play them for... Well, do you know what? Let's find out when we play Liverpool, shall we? Boxing Day. But it's at our place, so we'll probably keep it down to about 3. But when are we at Anfield? 10th of February. Mark that in your diary. There's your Salah captaincy. Truly, truly fucking awful. I knew it was going to be very, very difficult. I mean, I listened to the Turfcast, and they were talking like they talk how I talk, really, without the swearing, because they're not allowed to swear with the adverts. Ooh, and they were saying about the fact that I don't understand why Vincent Kompany hasn't just played the team that's got us to the Premier League. I don't understand why Kompany just doesn't or hadn't played the team from the start that got us to the Premier League. It's almost like he's been trying to be too clever. And it's just really frustrating, to be honest with you. It really is. It's just frustrating. But he knows what he's doing. I know he does. I have all the faith in the world in him. Look, I've got... I'm not here sitting here going, he's a shit manager. He's not a shit manager. But the Premier League has hit us. In the words of Bacon from Lockstock, where do you think he's sitting? He's sitting at the end of the bottle. It's hit him hard. He's got to tell his dad he's going to lose his bar. I might just quote Lockstock from start to finish. More fucking interested in this shitty stream. Talking of streams, I really enjoyed listening into, well, you know what I mean, kind of being part of Jason's stream, because obviously I'm at work and it's not impossible for me to talk, really. I mean, it's only by pure luck that I get to talk to Jason, because I'm a hard worker. Just listen to the Total Steeler podcast if you can be bothered to listen to my day from yesterday, I think it was. But because I pretty much got what I needed to be done by 4 o'clock the second half. Yeah, 4 o'clock, I was able to just clear off to wherever I needed to go. Well, I basically cleared off to the far end of the hospital. And I just sat down on a bench that needs to be thrown into a skip. And thankfully it was sunny, and I just sat there for 10 minutes listening to Jason /speaking and just hearing him saying, oh, Tottenham have scored again. Oh, Tottenham have scored again. Yeah, they scored again. Yeah, and again, and again, and again. It's just awful. And when he says things like, oh, you must be disappointed that you conceded. I couldn't give a shit about the fact that Tottenham have conceded. I'm glad we've scored. I was thinking, oh, 1-0, brilliant. Thank you. 1-0 up, great. 2 minutes later, oh, we conceded. Brilliant. Great. Thanks. 2 minutes later, yeah, we scored again. And again. Yeah, so when joining in for the second half and trying to chime in, and then obviously the Haaland triple captaincy individuals start coming through, and yeah, well done to you. I did say that this is the perfect game. In fact, I saw the highlights, and that was a man that was that penalty he took. Jesus fucking Christ, could he have hit it any harder? He was putting up a middle fucking finger. I do that to the system. He was putting up a middle finger to everybody and going, fuck you. Don't fucking doubt me. He fucking walloped that. And as I said did I say it on the stream earlier, or did I say it to Mr. Reed? I can't remember now. I basically said, look, at the end of the day, he's got his hat-trick, he's got an assist. That is going to be more than any double game week player. Any double game week player that any of us are thinking of triple captaining, whenever that happens, it ain't going to be 3 goals and an assist across 2 games. You'll be lucky to get 4 attacking returns across 2 games. Unless, of course, it's Haaland. But, of course, last year, what did he do? Oh, yeah, 1 goal. 1 goal. So I think for a lot of people, the likes of, say, Nathan Bacon or Matty T or FPL Rhino as an example of 3 individuals that have played their chips early and have just taken advantage of whatever it may be. And they're just tanking it. Now, how they move on from this by game week 20 when they've got no chips left, I don't have a fucking clue. Because for all I know, I think Nathan Bacon's 500th at the moment. I think he tweeted out saying he's 500 at the moment. And brilliant, amazing, genuinely amazing. We got our very own Alex Volo. We got our very own Matty T, who are absolutely storming the leagues at the moment. I don't know if they're updated or not, but what I can tell you is that Alex Volo, as an example, who will be number 1 in the mini league, he's on 74 points at the moment, but with bonus and everything coming in, he's going to be top of the mini league. He had Son today. Again, I'm not going to lie, a couple of very fortuitous goals. Very well taken, I'm not going to take that away from him, but very, very fortuitous. Sorry, I've just seen Turner only got 5 points. Did he get a yellow card? Yeah. With Alex Volo, he has Son. He's got Anderson and Saka left to play. And yeah, he's absolutely storming it. As I keep joking, if he gets invited, or if any of the Elite FPL family get invited onto any of these big channels, I plead with you to just talk about Elite FPL. I don't know how the conversation would go. But don't be a fucking cunt and make out like, oh yeah, we love your show. Yeah, I watch you every week. Well, that's funny, because when you're in our streams, you're slagging them off. I've seen these people on Twitter. On FS Scout. Love the show, Joe. Yeah, love it. Do you even use their website? You're here every week, but do you even use their website? I'd like to think that people would be, you know what? Cheers for the triple captaincy tip. I know Mr. Reed has said that. Mr. Reed has said, yeah, good on you, Steve-O, for the only reason why I triple captain him because of what you said. And there are a few other people that have actually said it. I've noticed it. I feel sorry for Maverick. Maverick triple captain Foden. 5 goals, gets 1 assist. I'm not going to lie. This is all hindsight, I'm fully aware. But with hindsight, I now wish I'd gone with... Well, I now wish I'd gone with Alvarez instead of Isaac. I've regretted that already. I'm still relatively happy that I've gone with Walker, because Man City should be able to keep clean sheets despite what I just said, and they've still got, I reiterate, a decent run of fixtures. West Ham, Nottingham Forest, Wolves. You'd expect 2 clean sheets in the next 3. But the way West Ham and Nottingham Forest are playing at the moment, but certainly I think right now, I think Jason was the one that said, you know, who do we bring in as a striker? Well, right now is Alvarez is the only striker, it seems, from a top 6 team, as patronising as that sounds, to be bringing in. Yes, you could bank on the likes of Ewonini. I still can't believe I can't pronounce his name. Ewonini. It's ridiculous, isn't it? But how long can this scoring streak go on for? Visa is someone that's a genuine consideration if you haven't got Mbeumo. That's as far as it goes when I look at the performing strikers at the moment. So Haaland, Alvarez, Ewonyi, let's just call him Ewonyi, and Visa at a push. Ferguson gets a hat-trick today. Well done to him. But he's not a guaranteed starter. And Antonio, he looked all right last night. I mean, West Ham themselves didn't particularly blow me away last night. It was a pretty boring game. In fact, I turned it off after, 70 minutes? And I just assumed that West Ham would go on to win 2-0. It ended 2-1. I got that right in the Super Brew. That's the main thing. But I look at the forwards here, and Watkins is probably the next. Of all these forwards, after Visa, I'd probably say Watkins is the next one. So you can forget Ferguson, Solanke, Isaac, Antonio and Nketiah. Forget them. Watkins is the next one. I've got 50p on him tomorrow to be scoring or assisting at any time. But Watkins is probably the next one down after those 4. But Ewonyi, fixtures. I mean, is he fixture proof? Burnley, Man City, Brentford, Crystal Palace, Luton, Liverpool, Aston Villa, West Ham, Brighton, Everton. When do we seriously consider this guy? 6.6 million. I already feel genuinely that I've made a boo-boo with Isaac. But the only good news, there is no good news, Steve. There's only bad news. Is that he's got Brentford, Sheffield United. They'll beat Brentford comfortably. Brentford, Sheffield United, Burnley game. Burnley could be the one to target as a captaincy. And then West Ham away, Crystal Palace at home. I'm still holding on Isaac, but with the likes of Alvarez performing so bloody well at the moment, and Foden just, yeah, he's a brilliant player, Foden, but there are better options. Because what I actually did, I looked at a quick -4, and I was like, I'd bring in Alvarez for Isaac, and then Diaby and for Foden, and then I'd be happy with that. I say happy with the midfield, but you know what I mean. You know, if Foden today came through with a goal and assist, at that point you're like, right, I'm happy with that. But just 1 assist of 5 goals, especially when he played He played 89 minutes. He's got 3 assists, 4 assists, 3 assists in 3 games. And there will be a double-digit return coming for Foden. But the problem with him is that you just don't know when. I'm still happy with the midfield, and Mbeumo will continue ticking along. He's still got really good fixtures, barring Newcastle, of course. But then he's got Everton, Nottingham Forest. Man United. Well, actually, I don't know. Man United may not be that bad. And then Burnley, Chelsea. So actually, there's not too bad. The next 5 after Newcastle ain't too bad. So I can keep hold of him. Maddison, fine. Sterling, fine. Saka, fine. But we'll see how Saka is tomorrow. But I'd expect him to do quite well considering they're at home and he does quite well. And yeah, it's just the defence really. Chilwell. I'm just glad I'm in the same boat as everybody else. Walker, you know, if Man City came away with a clean sheet today, I'd be content with keeping him. But Udogi's just plodding along. So yeah, really after this wild card now, I'm just thinking, Walker and Foden and Isaac, those three there. Because I know what's going to be happening tomorrow. Tomorrow, Rashford and Martinelli will be coming through, and I know for fact that I'm hoping I'm proven wrong right now, but I just know that tomorrow, you know, my team at the moment is on 66 points, but if I'd have stayed with my previous team, I reckon, so I would have had a Kanji playing today instead of Cash, and it would have been Estupinan. So I would have had Onana in goal, Chilwell, Estupinan 2 points, Akanji 2 points, and then I would have had Martinelli, Rashford. I still had Foden, I still had Haaland, but I'd also have Jackson. Now, Jackson got, 1 point? I mean, that miss, I don't know if Jason's seen it, that miss just says everything to say, fuck off. Just get the fuck out of my team. Seriously. He may be the greatest player before the 10-yard box or the 6-yard box. Anywhere in front of that, forget it. He ain't a striker, he ain't a focal point of a team. He is a player who needs a player like, I keep using Lukaku as a prime example, but he is a player that needs someone like Lukaku, Harry Kane, Haaland, whoever, to be up front so he can create for them, or for them to hold up the ball, for them to create that tiny little opportunity for him to then run through and then they pass the ball on to him. But he hasn't. He's been tasked to be that player and it just ain't working. So I know that I'm going to regret. I think, like I said, I think Martinelli and Rashford score twice tomorrow. Each tomorrow. So a goal each. So what's that? 7 points each. That's 14. I did say that I'd be breaking even, mind. I did say that I'd be breaking even. And to be fair, that's what this team would be. It would be breaking even. So it'd be Onana in goal. So I'd probably say 2 points. Chilwell 2. That's 4. Here we go. Maths with Steve-O. Done via a mobile phone on the calculator. So 2 plus 2 plus 2. And then we had Akanji 2 plus 2, and then Sterling with 2. Foden gets his 5 today. Haaland whatever he got. Jackson with 1. So, oh yeah, plus the 14. Plus 14. And then Haaland, what did Haaland get today? It was 17. Plus 17, and then Saka, let's just say, gets his standard goal. That's 7 as well, so 54. And then we add on 6 bonus points for Haaland, and no one else got bonus points in my team. But let's just add an extra 3 for Rashford, Martinelli, and Saka. So plus 3, I'd be on 63 points tomorrow if I'd stuck with this team, whereas my wildcard team is on 66. 66. 66. It's 69, 77. It's actually on 72. Including the Haaland captaincy. And I think with Udogi as well, I may get another bonus. Oh, the bonus points have come in. Oh, Maddison got 2. Udogi got 3. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong bloody page, aren't I? I'm actually looking at the wrong page here. That was last week. It's a game week 4, sorry. Udogie may be coming in with a bonus. And the answer is yes, he could be coming through with 1. So I'm probably going to beat my team from last week by 5 or 6 points. By 5 or 6 points. But I'd have 2 free transfers. And I could reevaluate, but I fucked that up. And I hold my hands up, I have fucked it up. I know I have. I've fucked it up because with the information that we've got now, I'm genuinely thinking, as without going over and over it, depending on how Watkins plays tomorrow, I can then make an evaluation. Right, is it Watkins or Alvarez? Oh right, Watkins has done nothing. He's still looking shit. To hell with it. It's Alvarez in for Isaac. And then we look at Martinelli, we look at Rashford, who's got the better fixtures. Well, actually, Rashford, he's not looking too bad now. Now this Haaland's up front. To hell with it. Let's stick with him. But Martinelli, who failed to deceive today, maybe get rid of him. I don't know. But yeah, kind of now gutted I play my wild card. Certainly with 3 players. Only the 3. Even though Foden was already in my team, but I would have made a decision on whether to keep Foden or not, because I think DRB could be the one. Moving forward with the midfield 6.5s. I think that tomorrow he could do really, really well versus Liverpool. Anything else to say? I can't think of anything else to say. Anything that happened today of interest? Oh yeah, Sheffield United, based on the highlights, looked like they had a bit of fun against Everton, just couldn't put the ball in the back of the net, unfortunately. I mean, despite Pickford's comical own goal, it, annoys me that they got away with a bloody point. But I see Danjuma scored again. A week too late for me, but he scored today. Obviously Brentford 2-2, and then the other teams we've already discussed. Oh yeah, Brighton 3-1, extraordinary. I won my bets. As I said on Twitter, I do well on my bets. I actually generally do quite well on my bets, but it's just the from a fantasy football aspect, I do terribly on. But obviously with betting, I can pick and choose as many bets or as many players that I want to put my money on. So where we can only quite literally only choose 5 midfielders, in theory I can choose 10 different midfielders to score or assist. So yeah, I've done quite well with my bets today. Unlucky not getting anything from Visa. Very unlucky not getting anything from Visa today. But I got Cameron Archer, both teams to score with Burnley and Tottenham. Phil Foden to score or assist. Callum Wilson to score or assist. And Matoma to score or assist. And then I've got my bets tomorrow as well. Again, it's all fantasy football based. Mohamed Salah, Watkins, Fernandes, Rashford and Martinelli. Oh, and Eze as well. So I've got those guys all down for my standard 50p anytime goal or assist. Yeah, let's just quickly, look at the chat, seeing as we're live. Let's see who's going to annoy me in the next 5 seconds. ABJ saying, just when I'm starting to enjoy FPL, international break comes along. Yeah. Do you know, I can't even bother to go for the chat because there is just nothing of interest to read. So I'm probably just going to end the stream there. Where do I place my bets? Well, I can't do it on can't do it in a shop anymore because they've decided to remove anytime goals or assists because they're fucking idiots. So I've got to do it online, unfortunately. What happened to Chelsea today? Fuck knows. Big love from Hong Kong. You're listening to this crap from Hong Kong. I was called a moron after my comment on Sterling. What's your view on him now? He's an amazing player, and I've already discussed it to death. So, what's your transfer thoughts for Game Week 5? Haven't got any. Are Chelsea players trolls? Chilwell at a push, maybe. I'm in London for a few days at the end of the month. Want a beer? Nope. Completely off topic. I randomly watched Inglourious Bastards on Thursday night. Quality film. Why did you watch that? Because I've just started watching that myself, and essentially, yeah, there's two scenes which are phenomenal. The first scene, the very, very literally the opening scene, and then the pub scene are two of the greatest ever pieces of filmography, in my opinion. At least the break is now WWE Payback tonight. I do not consume any wrestling whatsoever. Yeah, I'll be watching the rest of it tonight. Like I say, it's one of those films where it's got its good moments and it's got its, like, I'll give you an example. When the cinema woman is chatting to the German officer outside the cinema, I just find it really boring. But the scene when she's in the cafe, and I don't even know the actor's name. Do you know what? I'm going to actually Google. I'm going to do a Jason and actually Google it right now. And Inglourious Jason will be fuming at this stream. Not happy with the swearing. Christoph Waltz, I think he's fucking incredible. Christoph Waltz is a phenomenal actor. I think he is, in Inglourious Bastards especially, I think he is incredible. I think he's absolutely stunning. In the film, here we go. Released in 2009. I didn't watch it till very, very, very late. We're talking like only like 5-6 years ago, perhaps. And yeah, and who else was there that I really like in it? Oh, Michael Fassbender. Bit of an unfortunate name. Bender. Denis Menochet in the opening scene. He is absolutely stunning. I thought it was Mike Myers in that. Yeah, what am I doing? What am I doing this? Well done, Joel. 77.5k. Django Unchained, I think, is terrible. Well, terrible is a bit strong, but I didn't really enjoy it that much. What do I think of Salah captain next week? You're mad. Mr. Reed saying, more office chat. What do you want to know? Seriously, who watches this shit? Right, so the leagues have updated, I believe. Yeah, they have. They've updated. Good. So the YouTube chat league, we got who's here right now of the top 4. Who is here right now? Is Alex Vollo here? Who's number 1? Is he here right now? Wave to the people. Is Vijay here right now? Is John Hayes here right now? Is FPL Bailey here right now? You 4 are the top 4 in the YouTube chat league. Are you here right now? Let's do an FPL juice, shall we? And that's, see, this is what makes me laugh. All the viewers have left now. They can't take it anymore. Steve-O's having a go at them. We hate it. Can't stand it. Are these people here right now? The answer is no. Brilliant. Ooh, give me the link to join the FPL League. I'll destroy you all. Ooh. Fucking hell, Dom. Get a grip of yourself. Terence saying, have you seen Oppenheimer? Well, Jason was talking about earlier. My mate saw it. He said it wasn't that great. Didn't particularly enjoy it. Although I was amazed when Jason said that, what's his face? He went at 10:30 at night. I think that's mad. I couldn't go to the cinema like that. And he didn't get out until 2 o'clock in the morning. So, none of those 4 people are here. It's brilliant, isn't it? Is No Weak Foot here? Is Cinnamon here? Is Nick Sharp here? Is Kazali here? Is Peter Scullion here? Let us know. Let us know in the chat. I'll be honest with you, Gabrielle de Ropp, I can't stand streaming on my own. I genuinely can't stand it. I hate it. I find it really boring. I prefer doing videos. It's just easier because I can just go... Well, I could do it right now, to be honest with you. I could just turn it off. Darren Walsh, I know you've been a long-term supporter of of the show. Where are you in the mini-league? Not that I'm going to be bringing your team up or anything, but... What's going on in the Rivals League, considering it's updated? El Mako, is El Mako here? Well, we've already covered Alex Volo, Vijay. Mr. Anderson is up there. Mr. Anderson always seems to be at the top of any form of elite FPL mini league. Is he even watching this? Probably not. Probably not. Funny enough, I was thinking about that the other day. I was actually seriously thinking next season we're going to go for the Rivals League, and I'm just going to be like, right, who are the people that we genuinely don't hear from anymore? Even if it is like long-term supporters, I'd be seriously thinking, do you know what? I think from a Rivals League point of view, maybe remove them now because they just don't exist anymore. Members League, let's have a quick look. So Matty T is, as Jason said earlier, absolutely destroying. Oh, fucking hell. Fucking hell, boy. Dale, if he was here, would understand that. Unfortunately, he's... Well, I was about to say something that's only... it's only allowed on Total Steve-O, but probably being entertained by a woman. If it is a woman these days. Can't say that anymore. Jason sent me a funny video. Can't say that anymore. Can't call me a woman anymore. Well, I can. But Matty T. Matty, if you're listening right now, come onto the show tomorrow on Sunday Surgery. Because even though Sunday Surgery is about, you know, what your team needs getting done to it, you, my friend, 190th in the world. 190th in the world. And that's before bonus points. So Matty T could potentially be going up to, well, he could be in top 100 after tonight. He triple captain Haaland. He had... Oh, has the bonus points come through now? Oh, the bonus points have been added. Oh, okay. So yeah, Matty T is 190th in the world. Again, if you get called onto the... Because you're not Indonesian, as Mr. Triggerlips... I was going to say Mr. Reed then. As Triggerlips said. In fact, ironically, you're from Triggerlips' part of the world, New Zealand. So... when you get invited onto the big things, tell them that the Elite FPL history has helped you. James Cordenley is second. Only 33 points behind Matt. And then we got No Weak Foot and then Cinnamon 4th. All doing exceptionally well. But no, Matty T there, 190th after using, I think he's used 3 chips. I know he said in the chat that he's, or the members chat on Discord, that he is just having fun with this now. He don't care where he ends up. But yeah, bench boost, wildcard, triple captaincy have all been played. So, and his team's looking really good for the next few. I think obviously get rid of Jackson. Just get rid of that fraud, because he is a fraud. Just get him gone, and well, quite literally bring in either Alvarez or, depending on how Watkins does tomorrow, Watkins, one of those two. It's quite simple. That is my advice to you. That is the only time I'm going to give someone advice, or even talk about advice on Elite FPL. And I'm boring myself. Yep. Basically, someone from Indonesia has created about 455,000 accounts. And I don't know if the actual game itself is actually going to be doing anything to stop those accounts, but I don't know what they can do. I mean, I know it's in the rule book. Get a new rule book. I know it's in the rule book that you're not allowed to have multiple accounts, but oh yeah, that reminds me, Mr. Reed was saying to me earlier that he's number 1 in a mini league, and he went he said, what did he say? Oh yeah, talk to Mr. Reed actually. He's slagging you off, Jason, eh? Mr. Reed's panicking now. Oh shit. Please don't play it. Tough shit, mate. Where is it here? Ah, here we are. Here we are, man. Get Mr. Reed to speak for a few seconds.
Oh, and I'm continuing in exactly the same way as you can play this. I'm continuing exactly the same way as I described earlier. I've already put in Son. You know, Jason thinks it's knee-jerk because he's not going to be playing your mob at Turf Moor every week. Which is true, but there's clearly a little thing there with where the points, where the goals are going to come from, the assists with him and Maddison. So I've already put him in, and I've already taken out Jackson for Alvarez, which just seems totally logical. Waste of space. Play that. Does Jackson even play? Is he even playing football? I just don't. It's incredible. Mr. Toad, I can't. I did hear it, and
it automatically plays that, doesn't it?
My own predictions. I just made.
So, yeah, Mr. Reed, he was talking about something yesterday. I've completely forgotten what it was. Mr. Reed, Mr. Reed, Mr. Reed, Mr. Reed, Mr. Reed, Mr. I reiterate, on Tuesday, the episode 3 of The Office Training Day will be coming out, and it's an hour and a half long, and it's just basically me talking about girls at work who, well, are in relationships, but they use poor bastards like me to pour their hearts out because they can't do it with their own boyfriends. There is a reason why obviously I talk about that. It's because of the relationship between Dawn and Tim. But all fun and games. So yeah, that's out on Tuesday. And yeah, I mean, Jason was talking earlier about the bin compactor that's broken. So I'm essentially a glorified bin man. And on Saturdays, my job, I'm going to do a Tim here. Basically, on Saturdays, my job is just basically keep constantly walking around the hospital. I say walking around, being in a little buggy. So on Thursday, I personally noticed that the compactor wasn't really working that well, and an experienced member of staff who was by pure coincidence there, he said, look, it's full. I will speak to the supervisor tomorrow, which by all accounts he did. So that was on Thursday. So it comes to Friday, and I explained to these individuals that, look, no, sorry, this was on Wednesday he said this. So on Thursday we explained to the supervisors, you need to get this sorted now. And they're like, well, there's nothing we can do. And I'm just thinking, just ring the number up, perhaps. They didn't do it until very, very late on. They hear nothing back, surprise, surprise. And then the following day, which is the Friday, again, they don't ring up the company until very, very late on, where they can't do anything. And they basically just said, look, we can't come out until Sunday evening. So for 4 days, we'll have had to, as Jason may have shown the video or not, literally going in bins and throwing it into various skips, which are basically full. And as I said to Jason earlier on, what's even more ridiculous is the fact that they were supposed to be changing a skip yesterday and replacing it with a new one. Oh, they brought the new one, all right, but the problem is they didn't take the old one away, and even worse is that with the new one, they just left the lid on. Brilliant. So not only have we got a compactor that doesn't work, a skip, 2 skips that are full, we've then got a brand new skip with a lid on it that we can't open. Brilliant. As Dawn says, brilliant. Oh, who am I? Digs the door. That's it, because that's the next episode, isn't it? That's right, I had sex. I slept with someone from the office, everybody. All right, chill out. I still can't believe Lucas Dunn, you captain and Buemo. Why? Why did you captain and Buemo for? But you're still in the top 200k, which is the main thing. In fact, with the mini leagues kind of update, let me just see the moderator league. So, oh wow, I'm on the same points as Jason, but he's got Salah, he will be returning tomorrow. So Jason's going to go through. Yeah, he'll go 8 or 9 points ahead of me tomorrow, I think. In fact, the moderator league, these leagues can't have updated yet, because Dread FPL triple captained Haaland, and I'm still ahead of him. Oh, wait a minute, his player Guevardio didn't play, so he's going to have, oh, you fucking... You can clip this, Dread, if you're watching, which you're probably not. You're a cunt, mate. Vardio didn't play, so guess who's coming off the fucking bench? Luton's Anderson, who scored last night. Fuck me, man. Wanker. So I'm ahead of our man Dylan by 1 point. I've gone ahead of Dan. It's so tight in the moderator league as well. Shows the standard of competition in that. It's supposed to be good managers, apparently. I mean, I look at Top Spot's Wildcard in One Life Soccer. Does he even exist anymore? Should he even be a moderator anymore? But we got Ariola. Who was that as well? Who asked, why am I not a moderator on the YouTube chat? Why do I need to be a moderator if I don't even look at the YouTube chat? Ariola in goal, yeah, he's got the surprise, the rotation issues again. Ariola in goal, yeah, with Turner on the bench, and then he's got Chilwell, Gusto, and oh God, this is going to bite him on the arse. So he's got Diaz, Chilwell, Gusto, and then midfield it's Maddison, Bowen, Sterling, and Buemo. Front three of Antonio, Darwin and Haaland, but then on the bench he's got Saka, Udogi and Estupinan. You're playing with fire. You're playing with fire, One Life Soccer. I mean, Paulie's probably had about 4 players playing today. Yep, as expected. Still got Onana, Rashford, Saka and Diaz still to fucking play. And Alvarez and Haaland. Well, the main differential is Alvarez, isn't it? For him. Coming through. And then Blonde. Who's she got? Oh, she had Poro. Ugh. Johnston, Rashford, Fernandez. Ooh, that could be very profitable for Blonde tomorrow. Very profitable, potentially. And then you've got Harbour Boy who... Well, he has got Fernandez. Well, and Watkins. I'm telling you now, anybody watching this that can be bothered, put 50p on Fernandez, 50p on Watkins to score or assist any time, and you're guaranteed to win a 40p profit. Just do it now. You have Matoma coming through. That's a slight differential, isn't it, within these mini leagues? So yeah, looking good. Lucas Dunn saying, I just want to have fun. Haaland only scored 6 points in Game Week 2 and 3, so why not? It worked with Watkins in Game Week 2. Yeah, he's playing Fulham this week. I mean, that is playing. I mean, you know, if you were to captain someone like Saka maybe at home to Man United, or I could just about justify it, but Denver saying, I am 50k at the moment. Sorry, I'm 150k at the moment. I'm just playing sense with no bias to my club. Who do you support again? I've completely forgotten. I say I've forgotten. I don't even know in the first place who you support, to be honest with you. Yeah. And then, like I say, in the YouTube chat league, Alex follows storming it. And Torbelli, am I ahead of Sai now? Oh, I'm ahead of Sai. But I bet Sai's got about 50 players left to play as well. Yeah, Rashford and Salah. That could hurt tomorrow. Rashford and Salah. But weirdly, me, Jason and Dan are within 2 points of one another. But Dan has got Salah again. Jason and Dan had Ake. Dan had Ake today, and both he and Jason have got Salah left to play. So Salah could be a turning point. And yeah, I mean, Salah will be playing tomorrow. I mean, that Jason was saying about he may not be playing tomorrow. It's a load of nonsense. He'll be playing. Dom thinking it'll be a one-sided demolition job tomorrow, 2-0 win. No. Arsenal can't defend. It is going to be straight away off the bat, like always, Arsenal trying to score as quickly as possible, and then potentially Man United hitting on the counter. And then maybe scoring from that, and then Arteta's thinking, oh shit, we're doomed here. Yeah, I think I'm going to call it an evening. What can I say? The usual nonsense, really, as ever. Thanks everybody for joining in. I genuinely don't know if I'll ever be doing these Saturday night streams again, because I find them quite painful, to be honest with you. I have no idea what the audience thinks of this shit, but I personally cannot stand doing it. I'm just being completely honest with you. As Carl Pilkington is on XFM, can't stand doing this. I hate coming in every Saturday, working with you two. Sometimes I think, I'm not even going to say that. Yeah, I'm getting out of here. Thanks everybody for watching. If you do enjoy this absolute shite, by all means hit the subscribe button. If you enjoyed tonight's stream, hit the like button. I'm sure, in fact, I can guarantee, do you know what, for a laugh, let's just piss myself off, shall we? Let's just see if I am going to annoy myself by reading some YouTube comments that irk me live on air. So, here we go. Wayne Dean saying, well, no, I don't want to read that yet. No, there is nothing there held for review. Wayne Dean saying, great stream again, my Jason Zim. I really enjoy your streams. When people discuss the teams with you, it's discussed with their teams with you, and it's all live, not like other FPL streams. What does that mean? Ooh, don't you know? Joe saying he triple captain. Yeah. I don't want to be reading any of that. Basically, nobody comments on our stuff. No one comments on anything at all. Dilkinson saying, I'm just catching up with the stream. Once again, such an easy listen. Looking forward to seeing your wildcard, Steve-O. There is literally nothing to read because no one comments on our stuff. They comment on the shorts. But there's nothing that's of interest on the shorts whatsoever. Yeah. Do you know what? I'm boring myself.